Hello everyone, this is the Nerdy Druid. I am back with another video. So yay, a lot of people are noticing I'm not doing videos all the time like I usually do. And the reason for this is that a lot of times I am really dead tired and I really don't want to do videos. And also I really don't have anything to talk about and whatnot. So please understand that I'm not doing videos like once a week or something like that. I do them when I feel like that I have something important to talk about, and 9 out of 10 they're probably pre-recorded, so that way I get it done, get it uploaded, schedule it, and that way I don't forget what the heck I am trying to talk about in the video or what my idea was. So first of all, I want to say around the last couple days of this month, I will post another Sabbath video, but this will go up this will be available for viewing on the 1st of May, which is next month, and it'll be the second of the eight videos that I will be doing. So expect that pretty soon at some point. But definitely you will get it on the 1st of May. So in this video, and the one that's coming after it, which is extremely important because it's going to be a pretty long video, and I think it's important to talk about this and everything. So in this video, I'm going to be talking about the difference between NeoDruidry and Celtic Reconstructionist Druidry, a term that I had seen by another pagan or polytheist who calls himself a Celtic Reconstructionist Druid. So, a neo-druid. Now, neo means new. Point blank, it means new. It means that you're not practicing something that has been around for 20,000 years. You are practicing something that's new, something that is most likely made up or invented. However, you still feel that connection to what you're doing and everything. So, most of the Druidry that is practiced today in the United States, in Europe, is considered Neo-Druidry. And the great thing about Neo-Druidry is you don't have to worry if you are not doing something correctly. Neo-Druidry does have a lot of the spirit of the romanticism period. However, Neo-Druids in that vein will say it was all made up. They will not claim that they are practicing something that is 20,000 years old. That's what I like about Neo-Druids. They will tell you that everything in the romanticized period was made up, and that we are not practicing something that is ancient and not continuing because it was broken twice. So, when I talk to people who are Neo-Druids or I watch Neo-Druids videos, I automatically know I'm not watching video from a Reconstructionist point of view. I am actually viewing video from someone who basically practices Druidry, practices it as an earth-based religion, and basically looks at all the stuff the Celts did and just goes, no, we don't do that. We don't do this, we don't do that, all that. While there are a lot of things that the Celts did that we don't do anymore, like human sacrifice, and I will say, for those people who do not believe that Christianity even did one good thing, would you like to live in a culture where there's human sacrifice? But of course, in the same vein, a lot of other cultures had abolished it. But Christianity actually made it a continuously forbidden practice. So even Reconstructionists do not perform human sacrifice. They have made it very clear they do not practice that. Animal sacrifice is different. I did mention it in a video that I did last month. I think it was Why Modern Druidry Sucks or something like that. I don't remember. But I do remember that I mentioned that there are people who practice polytheism that do in fact sacrifice animals. This is totally okay in my book, because as long as you are planning on to eat that animal, then that's fine. But Neo-Druids do not practice animal sacrifice. They view animal sacrifice as unnecessary. I don't agree with it, but that's their right to have that view. People that are practicing Irish Reconstructionism or any form of the Celtic Reconstructionist paths, they will have their own view about animal sacrifice. Some will follow the vein that Neo-Druids follow, that animal sacrifice is unnecessary. But there are some that will say, yes, it is necessary. Reconstructionist, Celtic Reconstructionist Druids, just like Celtic Reconstructionists, they will attempt to recreate from primary and secondary sources, just like if they were in Hellenism or Kemeticism or Nova Roma or any of these other groups or paths. So yeah. So a lot of their secondary sources are classified as archaeological discoveries. So you have your primary sources, which would be considered like the Romans, the Egyptians, and the Greeks. And why say the Egyptians? Because the Egyptians did in fact hire Celts, and they did in fact come to Egypt. And for people that do not think that that's possible, there are writing from that time. I really need to really find a book that has that and just kind of show you guys. But yes, the Egyptians did in fact use the Celts. So yeah. So you have those sources. Those are considered what is considered primary sources. In light of the fact that the Celts did not write anything down. So anything that, in my viewpoint, anything that comes from BC, AD would be considered primary sources. This is what we have as the definitive information about the Celts, and especially about the Druids. If you're talking about writers like Julius Caesar and Tacitus, I believe that's who it is. Yes, what they wrote was heavily prejudiced, but you can glean a lot from those works and say, oh, okay, that doesn't sound like it's judgmental, this sounds like it's judgmental, and just take what doesn't sound judgmental and say, okay, that's where I get my stuff from. But yeah, so while on one hand, modern day Druidry is in fact a joke, on the other hand, they are the byproduct of the period, and I don't believe in practicing modernism or was that one word? Modernism. What is that? Oh, I forgot the name of it. But it's basically where you go and you take like things from the 12th century and you put a modern day spin on them and you criticize it. But yeah. So yeah. So now Neo-Druids, especially in England and in Ireland and I believe in Scotland, they will talk about things like the stone circles. And the stone circles I consider to be temples to the gods. Unlike the Greeks, we don't know which god was worshipped at which stone circle. But I view the stone circles as being very important to not just the time, but also important to the past. So when I do go to Ireland, and that is my plan to go to Ireland, I will be visiting stone circles, and I will be doing videos showing me at these circles, mainly for visiting, but also I want to leave an offering to the spirits and to the land spirits. But yeah, so both paths are valid. Celtic Reconstructionist Druidry is a valid path, and NeoDruidry or NeoDruidism is a valid path as well. But anyways, so I am going to end it here. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hope it was educational. And until next time, may you be happy, healthy, most importantly be safe, and held to the gods. Bye.